I'll shut up and sing. Sunrise, orange and yellow, makes my eyes feel oh so mellow. I stayed up all night, tried to catch some fishes, the moon was so right for making wishes as I cast my line across Galveston Bay. Every time I wished she would stay, she took a trip so far away. All alone I watch the ships leave Galveston Bay. Well, the nights are warm in Texas in July. I watch the clouds form over the island sky. I try to sort everything all out as the ships leave the port. I can't help but doubt that they'll ever return to this hurricane trap. Oh, when will I learn her heart ain't on a map? It's like a treasure pirates stole away. Maybe he left it buried in the sand in Galveston Bay. From San Luis Pass to the ball of a ferry, all the shrimpers ask the blessing of Mother Mary for a safe start in the choppy Gulf waters, while I pray for the heart of that old man's daughter. Hell, she don't know love, she barely knew him. What was she thinking of? Was it just a whim? And will she come home someday, so we can watch the sunrise together on Galveston Bay? I walk on the sand in front of the seawall. I walk down the strand, I think it don't matter at all. This morning's too young for these painful emotions, and the rising sun is like a coronation of the ocean. It's like the queen of the entire world, like beauty I never seen in any girl. So I cast my memory under the causeway as I watch the sunrise on Galveston Bay. I caught more fish than I did girlfriends back then. So. Let's see.
Catch and release.
Exactly. I remember her name was Donna Kyle. She's an old lady. She's an old lady now. So don't get excited, folks. All right, so not quite. She's probably a year younger than me. This is about my great-great-grandfather from South Carolina, Sam. I call it the Ballad of Tom Lipscomb. Tom first saw friends die at Gaines Mill, many more would fall south of Fleetwood Hill. In the fields of old Virginia, Tom would make a stand, willing to fight and die for that southern land. For honor and immortality, He followed Hampton, Stewart, and Lee. Carolina he would ride, his brothers by his side, stubborn rebel pride. One summer night they turned their horses to the north. They crossed the Potomac to Maryland on a faithful course. At Carlisle, Pennsylvania, Stewart had gone too far. Hear the distant thunder, boys, that must be where they are. For honor and immortality, they followed Hampton, Stewart, and Lee. Brothers by his side, stubborn rebel pride. Well, Hampton led a charge at a place called Rummel's Farm. Thomas lost a horse, his brother lost an arm. One round in his pistol, Yankees on three sides. That day at Gettysburg, thousands had died. For honor and immortality, they followed Hampton, Stewart, and Lee. Carolina he would ride, his brothers by his side, stubborn rebel pride. Back on Virginia's soil, back to the Rapidan, a trail of rebel blood led him back where it all began. No bread for the soldiers, the horses had no hay. An decimated regiment had a will but not a way. For honor and immortality, they followed Hampton, Stewart, and Lee. Carolina he would ride, his brothers by his side, stubborn rebel pride. Well, Sherman's on the march, Dixie's ashes on the ground. At Richmond, Lee is surrounded, no victory can be found. Their desperate cause is lost, their country is no more. Their homes, their hopes destroyed, their generation lost. For honor and immortality, they followed Hampton, Stewart, and Lee. Carolina he would ride, his brothers by his side, stubborn rebel pride. In a final fight at Bentonville, Tom cried a rebel yell. Capture, taking the point, look out, he was now in hell. Freedom or pride, he could have one but not both. If he wanted to go home, he had to sign that goddamn oath. Martha must be waiting, Martha must be waiting, Martha must be waiting. All right, so that was about my Southern ancestor in the Civil War. I got one about my Yankee ancestor. Gotta have equal balance here. Yeah, I got what you call a conflicted personality. So I played this one about the Yankees at Cootie's, and some guy yelled out, "God bless Robert E. Lee." I guess he was offended. Okay. Yeah, I got one. Yeah, I dropped the glass. I'll find them. I don't need them. I don't know how to read anyway. And they're 3 for $10 at Walmart. The ones I buy. Triple magnification. I really don't need one on it, but it's kind of a long one, so I'll skip the bullshit part. We'll just stick to singing. brothers to town one day, and the captain told us where to sign. He taught me how to salute and how to march in a line. He said, boys, I got new clothes for you, brand new coats of Union blue. We marched off to the railroad station, we're going on a trip to save the nation. And the governor bought me a gun, a Springfield 1861, and they took us Jefferson County boys. They made us 60th Illinois. Well, they sent us south to fight. They put us on a boat at Cairo. First day on the river, a sniper ball hit a soldier from Ohio. Captain said, fire at those trees. Our shots splashed into Mississippi. Some men cowered, some men cussed. My brother Luke said, wait till they get a load of us. And the governor bought me a gun, a Springfield 1861, and they took us Jefferson County boys, and they made us 60th Illinois. By the spring of 1862, most of us are still standing. We took another boat trip to a place called Hamburg Landing. We marched through fields where flowers grow, the blood-stained ground called Shiloh. The smell of death was on the wind. My God, what a way for the country to mend. At the town of Corinth, we aimed our guns. We had the Secesh on the run. They took us Jefferson County boys, and they made us the 60th Illinois. I marched until my shoes wore out across Tennessee and back. Had gone about 100 miles when the rebel cavalry attacked. We were scared and tired, we held our ground and we fired. Brave men fell and brave men died, it was about the same for either side. Yes, some were killed and some survived. I felt lucky to be alive, and they took us Jefferson County boys, and they called us 60th Illinois. Well, the war raged on, and we spilled more blood at a place called Chickamauga. At Lookout Mountain in Chattanooga, we fought in the clouds and the fog. On to Atlanta, but it would take another year, and the rebels never showed no fear. We lived off the land we stole and burned. We made Georgia howl, we made her burn. And I prayed for the end of the war. I followed Sherman to the Georgia shore, and he took us Jefferson County boys, and they called us 60th Illinois. After 4 years I grew tired of this, but we had come too far. The summer sun was at our backs, and at night we followed the north.